Now, never underrate the reality of slow advance. Now, you find yourself in circumstance you take for granted. It is your task to outgrow your old self and by so doing become your true self. The circumstance you find yourself might be 10 times worse, but you can change it. Far much of the same kind of problems. The creative person is the one who solves his problems and move ahead. But you can do the same thing starting right now. Perception is one of your higher faculties. Change your perception of what the word success and accomplishment is all about. Success has been narrowed down to materialistic and mechanistic points of view. You need to understand the mind and the whole scheme of things, the universe, and relate that idea on what you are doing. Your results is not governed by some man-made mandate, but by principle, by law that is impersonal. So it's a good idea for you to understand these laws. Your results was decided upon. Most people don't know this. Your decision making is of your conscious mind, but your subconscious mind is far more autonomous and self-governed. Now, it's natural for you to experience fear and worry as where to start. Know that there's something within you that is self-directing, whether you understand the process or not. There's a marvelous inner world that exists within you, and the realization of such a world enables you to do and achieve anything. Growth and increase for you is an inside job. Growth and increase within you is far more different to the ability for you to adjust yourself to the environment, as well as from the tendency for you to respond to impulses from outside. Now, listen, I'm not saying you should run away from the changes going on, but because change is inevitable and adapting yourself to the change is necessary. But don't go rush blindly and leaving your mind wide open to soak up the confusion happening outside yourself. It's important you think. The author of The Science of Getting Rich said, desire is the effort of the unexpressed possibilities seeking expression through you. Desire must be expressed. It takes form in your subjective mind, then to your conscious mind. But this expression, now listen, this expression is not a sudden leap act, but a gradual process by a slow degree. Never underrate the reality of slow advance. Delay gratification is important. Now, the mind is everything. What you call your subconscious mind is only your individual use of the universal subconscious mind. You hold your idea long enough in your mind, it becomes fixed. Now, listen, every fixed idea becomes a habit, and habit has only one objective, which is the desire to express. Habits behave always like a stubborn final fact that must move into form or as a starting point, not to be questioned. Emerson said we should trust that tiny voice within, which is called the intuition. What your intuition can never ever tell you to do is conform. You see, your intuition resists all action designed to influence, as Henry David Thoreau said, to march to the beat of your own drum. It resists all alternative. Nothing will do for them but their own knowledge and possibility. Now, don't be surprised to find yourself in a situation whereby you have to make a committed decision. The decision you make should be for growth, but there's really no standing still. There's always a way to get your ideas in action and bring the results you want. There's always a way to succeed, to win. For most people, this will seem a little bit unfortunate. With your imagination, you will see that there are more valid alternatives from among which you should act. Thought is energy. Active thought is active energy. Concentrated thought is concentrated energy. And it is of those thoughts that you should act. You see, you are already given everything you need to win. The question is, are you making use of it? You have within you a ready-made frameworks of ends that will be attracted to you effortlessly. Not when you want it, but when you need it. You have to make a decision on it. Now listen, you don't know why you are having the results you're having. It's all unconscious acts. You are being acted upon, but unconsciously. You too often confuse labels with facts and facts with attitude. You see, attitude is far more important than facts because it's your attitude towards the fact that make it what it is. Habits has a way of operating when you really get in touch with yourself. They never completely disappear. As one of Von Braun said, nothing disappears without a trace, but you can change it. The fact is, you can change anything. Your conscious mind is the thinking mind. Your subconscious is the feeling mind, and a great deal more. The ideas you were conditioned with when your conscious mind has not been developed has nothing to do with who you really are and your goals. Taking action that's closely linked to your old belief system is not going to get you to your goals. There's a reason why this happened. Every act you take that is closely linked to that old belief system will go contrary to your goals. You have to burn up bridges, blocks, or alternative. It's really interesting how the universe operates. If you expect nothing but the best, you will more often get it. Now, listen, I want you to really get this. Now, stay with me. The controlling of your mind by daily practice is important. If not, you are doomed. You see, beneath the decent face of your conscious mind, with all your decision making, reasoning, your discipline, order, and your good intention, lurks the cool inner forces of the subjective mind. Now, for the most part, they are unseen. And most people have a difficult time believing what they can see. The intellect goes to a certain point and stops. It can't go beyond that point. And that's why. But for the most part, the universe is spiritual, like half of us. These forces lies dormant in you. But in trying to come up with the ideas, stay alert always. And acting on those ideas will break you out of the self-fulfilling cycle you find yourself. Now, most people are just merely existing. They're not really living. Now, think. It's important you get this. You shouldn't sit down for too long, for you will drift back to old habits. The only way to get rid of old limiting belief system is to move yourself to a higher frequency and stay there. If you have already achieved your goals, how will you walk? How will you talk? How will you act? Then begin to act that way now, today. The more of one we find, the less of the other we may expect. Never think of why you can't do something. Now, it's much easier to think of what is wrong than what is right. You are an expression of the same power that moves the universe. And the best part is you will always get what you want if you really make a committed decision on it. Now, stay with me. In working on an idea you are trying to accomplish, putting the idea to rest, allow other ideas that have been pushed aside to come forward to press that claim. Now, ideas are like train. One idea reveals the other. Want never cease. The satisfaction is a creative state. The completion of one idea reveals the other. They cannot be hidden. You know, opportunity might just be sitting in your own backyard. It happens. But I want you to really burn this idea into your mind and stay with me. I want you to really get this. Thank you. Bye for now. 8 minutes.